Yo, what's up, everybody? It's another episode of a new podcast called Two Mad Geniusez. This is Delonte Hinton with my bro, Josh Ox. You know, today we're going to go ahead and talk about the latest sports news. You know, NFL, NBA, those are the main two that's important right now. Right now, the big news right now, if you haven't heard right now, if everybody's on ESPN, is the Patriots with this whole deflated ball controversy. So
yeah,
I'm gonna ask my bro on his.
I think we took the little deflating ball. Media took it way out of proportion. I don't know. Did they say the exact PSI pressure?
The exact PI pressure they said was 0.5 pounds.
So it was 0.5 under.
Yeah, 0.5 under.
Okay. I'm gonna make this clear. First of all, if you're a Colts fan, no disrespect, y'all still wouldn't have won that game regardless. So
they could have had a Nerf ball out and they
could have had a Nerf ball. They could have had.
This how bad that game would have been. They could have had a wet T-shirt out there and still would have scored 40.
That's how like the Colts was just happy to be there. They wasn't ready for that game. So, but I think at the end of the day, they probably gonna blame this on probably like the ball boy or equipment manager, or like a locker room attendee. They probably most likely gonna blame it on them because to me, it's not really enough evidence. Maybe, but I like how the NFL waiting until after the Super Bowl to really like go with their findings. But I'm probably gonna say it's probably going ball boy probably gonna get the blame. But I still think Tom Brady was lying in this interview because
I was about to say,
to me, I think no ball boy would touch the football without Tom Brady permission. So I think that I call that BS, and I'm not even gonna talk about Belichick second press conference.
My take on it, I was gonna touch on it. My comments on it are: there's no way on God's green earth that nobody knew what was going on in there. Like, there's no way.
I don't think Belichick knew, but I think most of the time the football is between the ball boy and the quarterback. Yeah. So Tom Brady.
But like you said, I think Tom Brady was lying about his press conference. I don't know why the NFL ain't questioning him as of right now. Like you said, they are going to wait till after the Super Bowl, so they might do it then. But he is like number one on the list for questioning because he is the franchise quarterback of the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
So he is the one that touched the ball 96, 97% of the time of the ball.
What's up with Belichick? He's like Bill Guy, the science guy now. This dude, he's explaining science. So why is deflation?
Like he went to like it looks like he went to like MIT or something. Like
but actually, not trying to sound all educated, but the actual fact is to get the ball naturally that way, it would have to be 120 degrees, I believe, Fahrenheit, or something like that. Yeah. They explained it on a scientist explained. I believe it was 120 degrees, which everything he was saying was complete BS. I don't know who told him that or tell him you're a head coach. Just stick to head coaching, football. No, don't go into just stay in lane. Don't go into science. That's what I said.
Because really, your press conference made it question even more.
That made it even worse. He should have just not done it and just said we don't know. We'll let the NFL from their findings.
Exactly.
He should have just kept it short and simple. That's all you have to do.
Yeah. Not do a whole.
But you think this would have got the same buzz if this was like the Jaguars? No. Nobody probably wouldn't even care because they would have lost anyway.
But at the same time, we are talking about a team that's not. I'm not gonna say they have the culture, but they do have some speculation and well-known documented events happening in that house, in that club. Everything not coming out the light because most of us were pretty much thrown out before they could get punished, really. Mm-hmm. But, of course, the first thing that everybody's going to bring up is the Spygate. Of course. Mm-hmm. But it was like, I think one time they said, I forgot what team it was exactly, that they said that they was like jamming the walkie-talkie so they can't call the plays at New England. I forgot what the team was at the time. And there was another instance where they was like...
You think it's because... Do you think this had to do with the hatred towards Patriots? Because, every team who ever dominates always get hate after a while. Like, your first two championships, everybody, someone new won. But after a while, you keep winning. You'd be like, oh.
But I also think it was the way how they got in the championships too, because let's look back.
Bring back the tuck rule.
The tuck rule. That was one.
Tuck rule.
Then you got
which I didn't know till that game.
Yeah,
which nobody really
knew. Nobody
really knew about.
Then you had, a few of those AFC Championship games where they got some calls going their way.
Mm-hmm.
And then the obvious, of course, like I said, Spygate again, with whereas though Marshall Faulk even said he felt like he was cheated. Jerome Better said he felt like he was cheated, but they didn't get caught till after they won.
It's all speculations, hypothetical. We don't know fully. We don't know what they did, but
like I said, it's not the only thing that's documented is the Spygate, but this is like other stuff that's been allocated through the NFL as far as with the Patriots.
Yeah,
and Richard Sherman actually brought up a good point too. It doesn't help when the owner of the team is real cool with the NFL commissioner. It don't help at all. Because look at the side of the owners and the players, especially the players.
Going with the conspiracy theory. Please don't go down that road.
No. I ain't gonna go conspiracy theory. But it is kind of.
Don't go Illuminati, Mason, Freemason.
No, I was just saying. No, it is kind of fishy with as though they are at each other's houses frequently too much for it to be. Just commissioner.
I feel about Kraft's interview when he said, if they don't find anything, they owe the Patriots apology to Belichick. Do you think that was reasonable, or you saw like pushing it? I doubted the NFL apologized.
They're not going to apologize.
And
personally, I don't think Roger Goodell really messed with Bill Belichick, to be honest with you. But that's just me. That's just me. I don't think they're really too fond of each other.
I guess I never got that sense, so I can't say.
Yeah. But most of it is the reason why it is a big deal. At the end of the day, is because it is New England Patriots, and they are like one of the most consistent franchises. I personally don't like them just for the fact that they're a Boston team. They're a Boston team. That's the only reason why I can't.
You're just gonna hate because it's from Boston. He's Yankees fans. Okay.
Not even because of Yankees. I just Boston. If you know your history of the city of Boston, Boston is one of the racist cities ever. That's why that was my little niche on that. That's why I would never like Boston for that fact.
Okay.
They had all these great players, and they still treated them with so much disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So
it's Boston, man. I never been to Boston, so
me neither. So
I'm not gonna prejudge or call it a racist because I never been there.
Yeah,
but I have heard it is pretty.
It's pretty
bad, but. Who do you got in the Super Bowl?
I got Seattle winning the Super Bowl. Only reason why I say Seattle.
Projected slow. Just throw a number out there.
Just throw it out. I got it 27-14. Seattle.
I see the game.
Maybe Max New England will score 17. I say Max they score 17.
I see the score closer than that. I give it. If I'm as a betting man, I get a 3 to a 7-point spread. So. If I'm taking a guess, I'd probably say the score will probably be like 24-27 or like 21-28, something like that. Yeah. It's not going to be a blowout. It's not going to be like last year because the Broncos was scared. They got hit like one good time and then all the receivers acting like they were scared to catch the ball.
They wasn't prepared for what Seattle was bringing to the table.
Yeah.
Game, so.
And I think Belichick is a little bit more smarter, so he's going to be more prepared. If I'm taking a pick, I mean, I'm going to have to go with, I'm going to be the opposite. I'm going to say the Patriots is going to win by 3 points. 24-27. Okay. It's going to be a close game. My gut telling me I think Seahawks win. Yeah. But they got Belichick, Tom Brady's consistent. And
boy, oh my God. Man, New England will have to win this. If they don't win this...
They have to win this game. If they win this, that cheating is...
Oh my goodness.
That's going to be everywhere.
They're going to be asterisk for the rest of their career. This might be their last chance for them to get to the Super Bowl.
They went to 5 Super Bowls. Tom Brady's the most winning playoff quarterback, so he's going on the list as one of the best quarterbacks ever. You can make an argument for Tom Brady. You can make an argument for him.
I look at Tom Brady like I'm gonna look at him like a whole different sport. I look at him like how LeBron was in Miami. Mm-hmm. You know how he had his good years in Miami, but they always remember him in his Cleveland years. See, these last few Super Bowl trips, they're remembering that because not how bad he looked, but how much hits he was taking compared to what he was taking in the playoffs. Like, you know, New York was getting all over.
Both of them Super Bowl games, they went to 5 Super Bowls. Yeah. Both of them is like one play that could have changed it. Yeah. Like when, what's the game? Tyree caught it like that. If he didn't catch that, the Patriots would have won. That would have been 4 champiomships. And the other one?
The Plesko touchdown.
Yeah.
At the end, that last.
And if Wes Welker would have caught that pass.
Yeah.
We would have been talking.
Yeah. They would have 5 Super Bowls.
They would have had 5 Super Bowls. So we speaking hypothetically. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but we saying like it wasn't like it's not like they just got crushed when they went to the Super Bowl. It was actually both of the Super Bowls they was in where they lost with the Giants was very entertaining. It wasn't like no weak Super Bowl. It went down to the wire.
Yeah. Too bad I waited to the fourth quarter to get the entertaining. But you know, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And you know, but until, you know, we gotta see how this is really gonna play out after. Because like I said, if they lose, oh my goodness, you think the Spygate thing is bad? Oh my, wait till, man. The media already is jumping over this. Now imagine if they lose the Super Bowl with this happening.
How you feel about your boy Marshawn Lynch? I'm thankful. And how you feel about him getting fined? You think they should fine him, or you think he should have the right to no, I don't have to?
That's another thing I wish the NFL would lighten up on. He was doing this back in college. He wasn't really talking that much.
But college is different from professionals. Like NFL have like agreement with the media.
Yeah,
it's like I scratch your back, you scratch my back. It's one of the type of those relationships.
But let's
he can talk a little bit. He don't have to keep just saying anything. He could just keep it like yes and no.
Yeah, but
he can just like no, yes, no. He can keep it simple.
Yeah, but at the same time,
you don't necessarily have to be just keep repeating. Yeah. I'm thankful. Like today, he did it at the press conference.
Yeah.
I'm just doing this because I don't want the NFL to find me. Yeah. He said it like a million times. I was like, okay.
Yeah, but at the same time,
got love for skills too.
It was some players that was like him before, where they just didn't talk to me. Sean Taylor was like that, remember?
Yeah, but Sean Taylor at least talked a little bit more than repeating himself, though. He kept his questions, he kept his answers short and simple.
Yeah, but it was very rare you saw him.
But it was short and simple. He wasn't like, I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Like the whole time.
Ricky Williams was the same way too.
But Ricky Williams went past of repeating himself. You gotta look at the levels. He's just being a douche. For the most part, he's just being a douchebag when they come in. Hate to call him a douchebag, but he has been a douchebag to the reporters. Yeah. He can just say yes or no or keep it very simple.
Yeah. But hey, some dudes is better.
He can say,
yeah, like he said at his joint last year at the Super Bowl, he's about that action, boss. That's all.
I understand why they find him, but I think he should talk a little bit more. He can keep it short and simple. Just say yes or no.
I don't think he should really be fined. If you don't want to talk to the media, you don't have to really talk to the media.
25,000 add up, then you get fined like $25K. 100. They make an example out of him. He needs to just say yes or no.
Man, but it's the same.
I'm thankful.
This the same league.
I'm thankful.
But it's the same league that fined Colin Kaepernick $10,000 for him when beats by Dre. How like petty you have to be to find somebody.
It's about money. It's always about money. Beats by Dre got paid the NFL. NFL ain't get no cut. They don't care what Beats by Dre got to say.
But that was crazy.
It's $1 billion industry. Yeah. It's all about money. The whole argument is all about money.
Yeah, it's a business.
It's about at the end of the day, it's about business.
Yeah. Anything else on NFL? Oh, how you feel about the last 2 Pro Bowls? You know, with the team captains.
I could not care about the Pro Bowl, but
it was actually more entertaining this year. It was more entertaining this year than what Dion and Jerry Rice were.
Now, Pro Bowl is actually good. Nobody played defense, and nobody. Do you think they should get rid of the Pro Bowl?
No. Yeah, no.
I don't watch the Pro Bowl because I really cannot care.
I think every sport at least deserves at least an All-Star game.
But other All-Star games is different. Like the NBA All-Star game is different from the NFL.
I think it would be better if they do like some competitions along with it, like how they got NBA got All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, maybe they can do a quarterback competition
like they did back before when they did them back in like the 98, 99,
yeah, they can do like a quarterback competition, like
accuracy competition, best hands, like how they did that before. I wish they should bring that back with the Pro Bowl. I think it would be more entertaining. It would bring a lot more people in.
But the Pro Bowl just like it seems like nobody really take it serious.
It's nothing to be taken serious. It's
like
all-star game.
like you watch the game, you be like, okay, he
Yeah.
clearly just stopped running because he didn't want to.
It's an all-star game. They don't want to hurt each other either. So
Yeah.
It's
but NBA all-star game is different from.
Is there more at stake? Ain't nothing really.
No, NBA is more like, I would say it's more entertaining.
Yeah, it is more.
I would say the NBA is more entertaining. I don't know about MLB. I do like the home run competitions on.
The home run competition. It makes a living. It makes a living with that.
I like the home run derby. I
like
that.
Hockey just had that.
They just had theirs like last weekend.
Yeah, and I like that competition.
Go Caps.
Go Caps. Yeah.
Go Caps.
I like that competition joints they be doing with.
Because they be having good competitions.
Like who got like the fastest shot, and I like that.
Mm.
Who got the best handle with the puck. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. I mean, NFL, I think they need to go ahead and bring that back though. They need to bring that back.
They need to. This shit wasn't in Hawaii.
That's the other thing. They gotta keep it in Hawaii.
You think they should keep it in Hawaii?
They have to. Keep breaking tradition, because that's what keep bringing the ratings down. Really, if you look at it.
I don't think that had nothing to do with the rating. I like how they changed the system now. Like they have captains.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different than just doing NFC versus AFC
because pretty much most of the time the players that's playing the Super Bowl don't even play, and those usually the best players in these conferences. So I mean.
Well, that's not necessarily
it's
true.
Not true,
That's
but
necessarily true.
But at the same time, like, who really want to stop J.J. Watt with DeMarcus Ware on the other side? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's better to have the two captains better than having a conference.
I like the captains
because somebody always get left off. Somebody always get left off when it's conference when you could just have the captains.
Yeah.
Come on now, Andy Dalton got picked. He even got picked.
Andy Dalton is he's somewhat a known athlete in the NFL. I would say he's an okay quarterback. He's not.
He's known for choke arch.
But he's okay. He's
regular season.
He's just on a good team. Yeah. He's an average quarterback on a good team. That's all he is, in my opinion. No disrespect to Andy Dalton. He's an average quarterback on a good team.
Yeah. So we're gonna switch off the NFL and
You want to go NBA? We go to NBA.
We go NBA.
What team shocked you so far this year?
Right now, it's two teams that shocked me so far this year. The Atlanta Hawks, of course.
I think that's my number one. Hawks.
And
no one seen the Hawks going to be good this year like they don't.
And I mean, even though they was a good team last year.
But Golden State was already good though.
Yeah, but I don't. Steve Kerr, like, he bringing them to a whole nother level though. Like they actually played defense this year.
I don't give him benefit because he inherited a great team. So
yeah, Mark Jackson.
He inherited a great team. So I wouldn't give him like coach of the year. I would give the dude from the Hawks.
Yeah,
way over him.
Do you think of that situation like Tony Dungy and John?
Very
John
similar.
Gruden?
Very similar. Very similar.
Well, Mark Jackson was the guy that was
very similar. Very similar. He inherited a good team. It's okay. The guy from the Hawks had to the Hawks was okay.
He just bringing the best out of them.
He's
actually bringing that Spurs.
Yeah, he's actually bringing team ball to him. Yeah. They playing great team ball. Yeah. They don't necessarily have the best superstars. They just play great team ball. Exactly. Do you think they're gonna go far in the playoffs?
Man, the way they're looking right now, they might make it. They might mess around and make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
They might. I think they might can make it. I'm looking at it because the Eastern Conference is pretty weak. Outside of Cleveland, Chicago, Toronto, Atlanta, everybody else is average.
Yeah. Really,
the Wizards. The Wizards are okay.
Yeah. Whoever the top 5 seeds is going to be, it's going to be a toss up after that. Because after those 5 seeds are in,
what happened to Miami though?
Miami,
they okay.
They okay, but they ain't that defensive team like they were when LeBron was there.
Chris Bosh stepped up. His stats went up because he don't got to share the ball.
He ain't got to share the ball no more. Dwayne Wade shows up here and there. Miami.
But is he healthy? He be getting injured.
Miami might depend on who
they
make
play.
The playoffs. No, they're gonna make the playoffs. Depending on who they play in the first round, they might make it to a second round, but get eliminated by Cleveland or somebody like that.
Cleveland. Yeah.
Or whoever's that seed.
How you feel about Cleveland? They turned themselves around. Because at first they was looking like some...
Yeah, but it also shows that a trade and getting the best player in the freaking world to play at his highest level could make a big difference.
Mhm.
Because he makes a
To me, it was all about chemistry. Because at first they was finding themselves. Like you could, first they was like ball hogging, like everybody was trying to be the superstar.
Especially Kyrie Irving. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
He plays no defense.
Yeah, he played no defense. Now he's playing defense now. Like Kevin Love is actually playing defense in the box. I mean, they got JR. They got
they was getting a lot of speculations about Kevin Love. They was pretty much saying, was he a good player on a sorry team,
or was he was he on a bad team?
Yeah,
but I really think he's a good player. I think he do need to improve on a few things. Like
especially
I think defense, but I think, and I say this about all, except for a few guys in the NBA, I say this about most of the power forwards or the forwards in the NBA. Please go down the box. That's what you paid for. Yes, you get your rebounds and all that, but I want to see you score the basketball in the box. You know how open you will be if you be in the box. That was Chris Bosh's problem in Miami. He was never in the box. Yeah. Never. He always 3 or fit that 17, 18, 19 foot jump shot. Every time. It's like, dude, go in the box. Get that 3-peat if Chris Bosh probably was in the box.
Yeah.
Because he would have put Tim Duncan in foul trouble the whole game. I mean, the whole series.
Do you think Cleveland should have kept Wiggins? This is a hypothetical question. Do you think they would have been off?
If it's a toss-up, I think they should have kept him, though. He was the first overall pick.
I understand why they traded him.
I was about to say, I understand. I was about to say something. I understand why they traded him, but at the same time, he could only get better during the season. That's all he could do.
This is why. So, LeBron James doesn't have that much time left in his career. He's been in.
He's 30 now.
Yeah.
So he got like.
He's been in the league since he was 18.
Yeah, but he got like a good. He
in
probably got
his prime,
6 years.
In his prime, he don't have that much time in his prime.
In his prime, he got 3 years.
He got like 3 years left in his prime. You don't want to spend your 3 years in your prime babysitting, developing players. You want a known player. That's why they got Kevin Love. Kevin Love was known for getting rebounds, putting up points. Yeah. So from a GM standpoint, I understand why they went with it. I would have went with Kevin Love. I would have did the trade.
Yeah, but at the same time, Andrew Wiggins was supposed to. If he was there, he would have been more known for his defense more than being an offensive player, though. He would have. Because the guy, like, his defense was crazy.
I think they was better off trading him. I would think I would have traded him, too, as a GM. You going on potential versus unknown. It's just that Cleveland, to be honest, to win the championship, they have a very small window. Yeah, they only have, like, 3 years.
Yeah, but they
only have, like, 3 years to win the championship.
Would you keep Deion Waiters over Andrew Wiggins at that time?
That's a different situation. You had to use Andrew Wiggins' collateral to trade him. He had value, so you had to trade him.
Deion Waiters had value
too. No, Minnesota wasn't going for that. They wanted Wiggins. You already know this. Yeah. You already know this. It was no way they can. If it was a way you can keep Wiggins and get Love, that would be great. Yeah. But they had to give up something.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, they had to give up. Wiggins, but. In my little fantasy world, I thought they should have kept him, but
it's just that you only have like 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
To win a championship. That's your window. If Cleveland don't get a championship within 3 years, it's done. They're not going to get a championship.
Now, who's your most disappointing team so far this year? For me, I'm saying OKC, but
I'm about to say OKC. We'll talk about your Knicks, but
come on, man. Nah, we can't talk about the Knicks, man.
We already had the idea the Knicks weren't gonna do that good. Y'all have a first round pick this year?
We have a first.
Oh, y'all have a first round pick? How many years? Jeez, Isaiah Thomas traded all y'all.
Damn. Who was the last time we had first? Now let me think about that. The last time we had the first round pick was.
Bro, it's been a while, bro. Y'all always trade.
It was the year before Carmelo got there. Because even with the Carmelo trade we had to give away a first round pick.
Yeah.
So this is our first round pick.
I might as well get Okafor from Duke.
Yeah, we get.
I would say get Okafor from Duke.
I already said from the beginning. I was about to say.
It's either y'all and the Sixers gonna get him.
Yeah, I already said.
Boston might get him.
No, they talking about the way Minnesota. They saying the way Minnesota playing, they might mess around and get him.
Minnesota? Yeah. What about Boston? Boston's not doing too bad.
Boston got 13 wins though.
That don't mean nothing though. It's still by the lottery.
Yeah.
Just because you got the worst record don't mean it just increases your chances.
It just increases your chances, yeah. But I already said the Knicks was tanking, so I already knew it. But
I say OKC shocked me. I wouldn't expect them to be that bad. I thought
but
OKC would have probably been in the top tier.
I'll say the only reason why OKC is most disappointing because nobody did not see Kevin Durant and Westbrook out that long.
But they had injuries, so they have a reasonable because they got injuries. You had Westbrook, you had Kevin Durant that was out. He was out before the season even started, so they was already like.
Now, if I had to go off another team in the West that's disappointing to me, even though he's like the heart of the team, I would have to say the Pelicans.
Pelicans is a disappointment? They not there yet.
I think they should have been there last year.
They not there yet, bro. They not there yet. Pelicans is not there yet. They need a few more key players. They need like one more key player.
I think really
to be a playoff team. They got great potential. Anthony Davis.
They got great potential. They got great potential.
If they can build around them, they probably the next team that's gonna be up. Because the Lakers fell off. The Lakers are just
they done. They done.
The Lakers. I still keep talking about the Lakers situation. The Kobe Bryant contract, I still think
way too much money.
I still think Kobe Bryant should have taken a pay cut to try to get more players to play with him instead of just taking the money because
he put him in a hole.
Because at the end of the day, Kobe didn't have that much time left, so
and he's getting he was getting $25 million a year.
And I think he's pretty much done because he keeps getting injured.
Speaking of Kobe,
how old is Kobe? What, 38,
39? 38, 37, 38.
37, 38? That's like 120 in regular people years. He's done. I hate to say this, but
I think
before his age and the length time, he still was playing consistent for somebody his caliber, like in his age group. And overcoming that Achilles injury, most people don't really come back playing the same.
Not the same. Dominique Wilkins even didn't play. He said the same thing when he said he ruptured his. He said he couldn't play the same. But I think
now
with
the
Kobe,
gotta rely on Swaggy P. I'm joking. That was a joke.
I think Kobe will play another year just so he won't have that injury.
If he don't
plague his legacy. Not his legacy,
because he's pretty much done for the season. He got to go through surgery and he got to go through therapy.
Yeah,
that's months of therapy. He's done in my opinion this year. For this year, they might as well just go ahead and tank because they not even if they happily they're just going on a winning streak hypothetically. They're going to get swept by who? Golden State?
Golden State.
By most, they're going to get swept. So there's no point in going to the playoffs if you're going to get swept. In my opinion, there's no point.
Now in the East, who's my other disappointing team in the East? There's a lot of them.
Charlotte. Lance Stevenson. They signed Lance Stevenson.
And they talking about getting rid of him already to Brooklyn.
Yeah, man. He been a lot of problems. He the flop king. He been a flop king this year.
Yeah, Charlotte probably was
Charlotte is pretty
much the disappointing team.
What about Miami?
We pretty much know who they was gonna be at though.
But I didn't expect them to drop that like that. I thought they would have been like maybe still the top 4.
Nah, I kind of think they was gonna drop top 6.
Because the East is sort of weak.
Yeah, they weak, but it's still top 6. They wasn't gonna get that far. Yeah, I remember you taking away the best player in the game, and he's going back home.
Yeah.
So,
how do you feel about Phil Jackson? What he's doing in New York? Do you think he's going in a good route? I know a lot of New York fans tend to be impatient, and they have to understand this, and they're in a rebuilding stage. Yeah. So,
dude, you know me, I'm not the typical New York fan, but me personally, I've always been a big fan of Phil Jackson. Whereas though, because I know what he could do when he has time. Everything with him is with time. Chicago wasn't even the team they were until he got there, to be honest. So
Chicago was, but
he built the team around him though.
That's because Chicago. Remember when Jordan was struggling getting to the championship? Okay, it was pretty much Jordan by himself. That's why he couldn't get past the Detroit Bad Boys. Yeah. So he built around him. They pretty much got Steve Kerr, Scottie Pippen, other people to build around him because you can't win the championship by himself. A lot of people keep thinking Jordan did everything by himself. No. Jordan had a good supporting cast. A lot of people don't know that. Even we have to tell people that.
Yeah, and even when he went to LA, he managed Kobe and Shaq's egos. He was the only coach that managed it. Period. So I mean, I think Phil's in the right direction. I mean, he actually got the right guy to lead the team.
Y'all got J.R. Smith out of the way.
We got J.R. Smith contract out the way. We got Mon Shepard's contract out the way. The only one that I wish contract we really would need to get away was Amari Stoudemire.
I think they just gonna let him ride this contract.
Yeah, they gonna let him ride it.
He's
out.
the second highest paid person.
Yeah. $24 million though.
He get paid like $24 million. I didn't know he made that much money.
$24 million this year, man. $24 million, and Melo's making 22.
Okay.
So it's crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Y'all gonna have a lot of cap space. We gonna try to get Marcus all.
We're gonna try to get some type of big man or something down there. We need somebody. Because I don't think we're trying to put all our eggs in one basket like the Wizards trying to do with Kevin Durant. But I mean,
if he comes to the Wizards,
I don't see him leaving.
I don't see him leaving OKC either.
So don't be heartbroken.
Yeah,
you say he stays.
everybody I know who's I'm a Wizards fan. I like the Wizards, but everybody hoping that Kevin Durant makes a coming home doing LeBron James. I don't see him leaving OKC
because it's already worse. I said this before. Is worse critics are at home. If you ever thought about that, your worst critics is at home.
That's true. True.
OKC, yeah. What's his lowest expectation? To win, like to go to the finals. You go to the Wizards. If he comes to the Wizards, you know what the first thing they're gonna be? Championship.
He had to go to the championship.
He can't afford to have a losing streak as a Wizard. He can't afford to have a losing streak.
But who would they have to give up? The Wizards.
They're gonna have to give up Gortat and Bradley Beal. I'm telling you that right now.
They have to get somebody up.
Because they ain't gonna give up John Wall, but you ain't gonna get Westbrook out of the deal, so you ain't gonna. No. So it's either gonna be Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is definitely gonna be the one of them, and the second one's gonna be one of the big men, and probably one of the first, second year players like Glenn Rice Jr. or Otto Porter or something like that.
Oh, do you think the Knicks should give up on the triangle offense?
Yes.
Just give up?
Not give up. I say give up on it this season. Because he ain't got no personnel for him to even... He don't even have a passing big man to him to even have to do the triangle with.
Yeah.
Because even with Shaq in L.A. when he was in that triangle, he still was a passing big man.
Yeah.
He could pass out a double team easily. So, which that was the most underrated part of his game before was his passing. But we don't have a true point guard. The only scoring threat we have right now is Melo when he plays. And most of the dudes we got is inspiring contracts or dudes from the D League, really. So pretty much they throwing this season away, really.
Yeah.
The writing was on the wall when they got rid of J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert. Like the writing was on the wall after that.
You think they just needed Iman Shumpert, but Iman Shumpert was a pretty.
He's inconsistent though. I said this the longest about Iman Shumpert. I hope you don't watch this podcast. He probably gonna hate me when I say this.
Don't get that hate mail, bruh.
It's like he focused more on his rap career than his jump shot. I say it more like that. Because some games, like I said, he's inconsistent at best because some games he could be on. And the next game, he's shooting like 4 for 16 from the field.
I think I should have kept him because he played defense.
He was young. Yeah, he was young and he played defense. But I mean, we need more than just a defensive guy right now, though.
Yeah.
So with him, he would have to at least put up at least a good 16 points, at least.
Okay.
For us to be just to be competing, he had to put 16 up. And I don't see him doing that every night. Watch when I tell you. Watch when playoff time come in Cleveland. You'll see the true Iman Shumpert show up. I bet you. You'll see the one. You'll see the two-faced.
Man, I think that was an okay pickup for Cleveland. It was like a 3-trade team.
Because
it was the Knicks, Cleveland, and OKC. Yeah. OKC.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say the Knicks.
What did y'all get out of it? Who did y'all get? Or did y'all get draft picks?
We got I think we got a draft pick and Lance Thomas, but he's on an expiring contract, so it was like I said, expiring contracts and draft picks, and OKC got Deion Waiters, which I think that was like a big move for them, but.
Yeah, that was a good.
I think he's gonna help them a lot in the playoffs.
That was okay.
Even though he cried for the ball too much for me. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he got shared the ball with Westbrook.
Oh my god.
That's what. When they did the trade, that's what was iffy. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work.
Dude,
man.
I'm like, sometimes I'm just like this, dude. Just stand on the baseline and just Just be ready to shoot, because you never know when you gonna get that pass from him.
Yeah, because
you never know.
Yeah, just share the ball with Westbrook and Durant.
And they the franchise, so bro, you new kid on the block right now. But it's gonna work out. I think it's gonna work out by the time they get to playoffs. I still got OKC moving up the rankings, so
yeah.
Yeah,
Golden State is favored to win the championship.
I'm not surprised.
This is on ESPN. It's actual fact.
I'm sorry.
They're favored to win.
If they keep shooting the way they shooting, though.
Seeing what they did to Houston, they made them look horrible.
Houston, Klay Thompson had 37 in a quarter. Like he got more. He probably got. He's
probably the best backcourt.
Yeah.
In the NBA right now.
He had his quarter is probably one of the best quarters that you'll ever see in basketball. But his quarter is probably was more points than a lot of dudes' careers in the NBA right now. Yeah. that was his quarter. That was just a quarter.
Yeah, he do got the record now for the most in one quarter.
Yeah, it's 37 in a quarter.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Then he had like 50 something. He dropped like 52.
52.
Yeah, like 52 that night. Who he did 50? Who that was on? What team was that on?
I don't even know the team.
Okay, I'm gonna give him. But he still dropped 37.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if it was a bum team, I'm like, okay.
Was it the Kings? I think it might have been Sacramento Kings.
It probably was. Sacramento. Yeah, that's another team.
But they still had defense though. Sacramento actually got defense.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter that game. He was hot.
So how you feel about people calling this like a golden age for point guards? Like, I was watching NBA tonight. They was naming like they top 4 point guards. Mm-hmm. Okay, if you had to name your top 5 point guards right now in the league, who would be in your top 5?
Okay.
Let's start from number 5.
And we going all around?
Top 5, work your way up.
All right, number 1 for me would be Chris Paul. Of course, it still would be Chris Paul for me.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 would be Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, even he really turned my head this season. Well, the last few seasons, John Wall probably would have to be number 3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 would have to be Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
And number 5 is really gonna be a tall. Nah, no, what? Matter of fact, my bad. I'm sorry. I'll take Steph at number 4.
I'm about to say you forgot about Steph Curry. He had an amazing year.
Yeah, I'll take Steph at number 4 and Kyrie at number 5. Only reason why I will put Steph over Kyrie, the record speaks for itself.
No,
and even though his jump, his percentage and his jump shot is automatic, but a lot of people forget he's still in the top 5 in assists. He's averaging like 8 assists a game, 9 assists a game.
I like your list, but I disagree. I would have moved a few things around. I don't agree exactly with you. At number 1, of course, I'm going to put Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'll put Steph Curry. He's having an amazing year. I'm talking about as of right now. As I said, stated as of not right now. He's having a hell of a year right now.
Yeah.
He's having like
he's having
MVP
he's
type of year. So I'm gonna put him at number 2.
Uh-huh.
Then at number 3, I'm gonna give to Bryant. I'm gonna give it to Westbrook at number 3.
Okay.
And number 4, I'll put John Wall. And number 5, Kyrie.
Now, only reason why I say
Kyrie don't play defense.
Yeah,
he's just not really quote unquote playing defense.
And that's the only reason.
He got nice handles though. I give him that.
On the offensive side, Kyrie is up there, but defensively, he's no competition compared to those.
He stay getting
guys.
cooked. Like you just go on YouTube and just put like Kyrie Irving playing defense or something.
Yeah.
They show him like getting yanked or getting fried. Chris Paul is probably the best all around.
He's the all around better point guard.
He's the best all around quarterback. Point guard.
But the one that shocked me the most is like I said the last few years is John Wall. John Wall actually.
Yeah. I put him in my top 5. I put him at number 4. The reason I wouldn't put him top 3, because top 3 you got a lot of competition. I know Westbrook still got the injury. I just gave it to Westbrook just a tad bit because you see what he did on that game, bro. He was cooking.
I'm sorry. I have to say
this dude flew by the whole Wizards and scored.
I have to say this about Westbrook. When that game in the Wizards, I was like, John Wall was feeling like that hot shit that game, and he felt like Superman that game. He ran into kryptonite. That
he ran into somebody faster.
He ran into somebody that was just as fast, if not faster, that could blow by him just as quick as he could blow by that guy and finish just as well as he could finish.
Yeah.
But if not more aggressively finish than he can.
That's why I said I'm going to give it to Westbrook just a tad bit.
No, John
Wall proved himself, bro.
Yeah, he proved himself.
I put Steph Curry high because this year he's doing so far, so you can't.
The discussion between John Wall and Kyrie, it was over last season. John Wall is the better point guard between the two. Yes, like you said, he got better handles. But the overall game, John Wall's better.
Yeah,
statistically.
I would give it to John Wall over. If I had to pick between John Wall and Kyrie, I think I'd go with John.
Because even John
just
Wall,
a little bit over.
John Wall's averaging like 3 steals a game. To be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, on the defensive level, he is better. So,
who you got coming out the East this year?
See,
if Cleveland can get themselves together.
If Cleveland can get themselves together, they up there. But them Hawks, man, the way they move that ball, man.
Chicago gotta stay healthy.
Like, it's really that top 5. After that top 5, it's really a toss-up. But for right now,
I think Atlanta might pull it off.
Yeah, I'm about to say Atlanta.
I'm telling everybody, I think Atlanta might pull it off. It's
gonna
be
surprised.
like one of them years you probably they make it there. You be like, I did not see Atlanta like
making it.
Like,
I will not be surprised. And like I said, it's gonna be a long shot. But with the West, how that's working, fear the Thunder when they get completely healthy.
What about the Spurs?
The Spurs are good.
You never sleep on the Spurs. I tell everybody this every year. You never sleep on the Spurs. Yeah, even when they old, down and out, never sleep on the Spurs.
The Spurs
they always when it gets to the playoffs, they know how to figure it out. They always figure it out by the playoffs.
In conversation. But if I think if it has to be that one team and they can get completely healthy, I think it could be OKC this year. I mean, last year...
Man, they've been saying it's going to be OKC season year for like 3 years in a row. I don't know, man.
And on top, I think... Because last year they were saying the Clippers was going to knock them out last year, remember?
I don't know. Clippers got a nice lineup. I don't know why they can't get to the next...
I know why. It's because they don't have consistent free throws, shooters.
Like, it's just like... They have a great roster. They have a great all-around team. It's just that when they get to the playoffs, it's just... They even lose to like Golden State.
It's really because of one team, though. Yeah, it's really because of Memphis. That's the only team. That's the only reason why.
Get past Memphis. Memphis know how to. Memphis just match up well. Yeah, that's another team you sleeping on. Memphis might could do it.
Oh no, I had Memphis. I already had Memphis.
Don't sleep on Memphis.
Top 5.
That's another team that could make it to out the Western Conference. A lot of people sleeping on them, but
I know.
Because they don't have like no true superstar. Yeah, like that.
I don't
they got Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol.
Forever, I think they could possibly. Well, I
think it's because Zach Randolph and Paul Gasol, like Zach Randolph, for some reason he know how to get in the Blake Griffin grill. Like he know how to like get
piss him off.
Like he really know how to like.
Yeah, just get into his head. I mean, it didn't work last year, but the last few times it worked. So, Memphis is Memphis gonna be
Don't
tough.
sleep on Memphis. The Grizzlies is
now,
team.
Now, who you think is gonna be a team that out the West? I'm gonna say out the West that didn't make it this year, but can make it this. I mean, that didn't make it last year, can make it this year.
Like a team that wasn't in the playoffs, or the team that didn't go far that can go far. Portland.
I think Portland.
I think Portland can make it a little.
I say Phoenix.
I think Phoenix.
I say Phoenix.
Phoenix still fighting for that last spot though.
Phoenix,
they still fighting.
If OKC move up, like I think
Phoenix fighting for their life right now. They're making it the playoffs.
Yeah, but at the same time, if OKC could move up into that top 6 range after the All-Star break, Phoenix will make it in. Phoenix will make it in. I think the team that's gonna be outside looking in is probably gonna be New Orleans again, like last year.
Pelicans? Yeah, I don't think they. I don't think they there yet. They need like a few more pieces to get there.
Even though they're my surprise team, but one of my surprise teams.
I think Portland finally gonna get out of the first round.
You think so?
I think they're gonna go. Didn't they get out the first round? Did they get out the first round last year?
Yeah, they got out. Remember they beat Houston.
They beat Houston. But Houston did.
That's when they just exposed James Harden with Wesley Matthews. They exposed him.
I don't think that can happen again. But Portland's like a team is my sleeper team, but A lot of people don't see them going that far.
Not that far, yeah. Who else? I think that's about it.
Suns? I think the Suns can.
The Suns can make it.
I think the Suns can make it. I do agree with you.
I like that team. Isaiah Thomas, Gordon Dragic, Eric Bledsoe, Joe Green, the Morris twins. I mean,
they got Hornacek.
Hornacek is the coach. I mean,
jeez,
they got a deep team. They got a deep team. They got the potential to make it to the playoffs and make some damage.
Yeah. That's a team that got potential in the future. Like, you can see them, like...
I can't lie. Give Minnesota 2-3 years. I think they might even be in the conversation.
They've been saying about Minnesota for years.
I know.
Bro, they was in that for years when they got Kevin Love and they trying to build around Kevin Love.
Yeah, but Kevin... Oh, my God. The thing was with Kevin Love in Minnesota, look who he's placing on an every night basis. And he got to do that in the playoffs. He would got swept.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about, he cannot play Portland in the first round. Yeah. He couldn't play Portland in the first round. LaMarcus Aldridge, your first round. Mm-hmm. You playing Houston in the first round, you're going to get swept. Because all they going to do is shoot threes and they know you can't play defense on the block. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to put the dude on the block on you every single possession and just pound it on your throat every time. So by him going to Cleveland is probably a good thing because the East is more finesse conference anyway. Yeah. Where there's a lot of big men shooting threes more than where it is in the West, where there's a lot of guys just pounding ground.
Why do you think the West is so hard to come out of?
A lot more talent.
I would say, I mean, the East got good players. I think the West got better teams.
It's better teams, and it's better talented teams in the West because of the fact that I think with the West compared to the East, I think they scouting is a whole lot better than it is in the West.
You think the scouts?
Yeah.
You think it could be anything with the draft picks, anything like that?
Yeah, because most of them, if you look at it, compared to the East, they're mostly getting all their players from free agency. Whereas though from the West, most of their players are coming in from free agency. Not free agency, but from draft picks.
And developing them.
Like what, outside of Houston, when they got Dwight Howard and James Harden, everybody else been together for 3-4 years.
Yeah. Portland, because Portland was built up their squad.
They built, and imagine if they didn't slip up and get they got Greg Oden and got Kevin Durant that year.
Portland always passed on the good players in the draft.
They did. Michael Jordan. Let's not bring
Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant.
So, imagine if you had him with LaMarcus Aldridge that year. Oh my God. Ooh.
That'd have been nice.
I don't know if they would have got Damian Lillard that year, but you know.
I forgot. You forgot. It messed up the timeline. Yeah. You know, like
it wouldn't been no Westbrook. It would have been no.
You think OKC would have won a championship if they'd have kept James Harden?
Yes.
You think?
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
This hypothetically. This is not.
Yeah. I think they would have had two. I think they would have had damn near two. If not, they would at least make it to the finals at least 2-3 times.
But it was about time. It was time for him to leave because he was coming off the bench. He should have been a starter. So I understand why he got. Plus, Houston was paying him more money.
Yeah, they gave him $80 million. Of course, he's gonna walk.
You gotta walk. What you feel about Melo? You think he should have stayed or left?
Are you going from the New York standpoint in mind, or just from the business aspect?
No, just overall. To me,
I'm sorry, you can't walk away from $30 million. But the team,
it was more than that. Wasn't it like 50?
Yeah,
he lost like $50 million.
Yeah, if he would have signed, if he would have went to Chicago, he would have lost $50 million. But, the way he sounded, like he said he won a ring. I think he should have just went to Chicago.
Yeah, I'm telling everybody this. Who, even a Knicks fan, any Knicks fan, I tell you, like Carmelo don't have that much. Him, LeBron, they only have like maybe 3-4 years, maybe left. You don't want to spend your last year, your primes, rebuilding a team, being on a team that's rebuilding. I think he should have left and went to Chicago. Maybe he could have came back after he won his ring or something.
Yeah, because I know.
But that $50 million hit.
Yeah, that would have.
I wouldn't. If I would have left in Chicago, I wouldn't have shined a long. I would have sounded like I would have tried to negotiate maybe 2 years. I'm like 2 years. I'm probably not gonna be here after 2 years.
Yeah, but if he. Yeah,
but if he would have left, he would have put y'all back like 100 years. I'm messing with you franchise-wise, but y'all would have been done.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
Y'all would sell no tickets. Y'all tickets would be like.
We would take a hit for like five more years. We would take.
Yeah, I would have had to been selling and giving tickets away for free.
Yeah. But yeah.
Every ticket come with like a free popcorn. Y'all would have had to sell. Y'all would have come up with something.
Yeah, and it would have been drastic, but
yeah. Problem is New York The problem with New York teams is y'all always in a rush, like to just win the championship. Oh yeah, just spend money, took money. Yeah. Y'all want to take the time like other teams, like
but developing. There's one team that's New York based that established that mentality. The Yankees. When George Steinbrenner started,
when he wants somebody, he just opened his checkbook. What you want?
Right. So that mentality.
But New York, I think that's what the Jets, that's what the Giants, that's what pretty much all y'all sports teams. The Mets, the Mets always trying to win the off season, but they don't take the time to develop the players. That's why one of the reasons why the Mets always suck. Like it's a whole bunch. I'm not going on Mets fans, but it is what it is. I don't really.
Me personally, even though I went the Marlins hat, but I'm a Yankees fan, so I already know how that shit go.
Yeah.
But anything else you want to touch on after that? I
think we're good, man. So this is the end of episode 4 of the podcast. Hope everybody enjoyed the Super Bowl. Don't go out buy TVs and just return them at Best Buy or any place. Don't cheat yourself. What else? What else can I say? I think that's it. Also hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at Josh the Movie Guy.
Tay.1987. Email delonte.hinton@gmail.com.
We're going to leave all our social network email information down at the bottom. Feel free to email us if you have anything you would like to discuss. Make sure you hit that like button, though. We really appreciate that. Yeah, and thanks for taking the time to watching our podcast. And we'll be back with another podcast probably next week.
Yeah, man, make sure y'all, hit that like button, man. Spike that joint like Gronkowski.